Elizabeth Ross, and welcome to the overview video for Unit 2, Goal Setting. Years of teaching SMARTS in middle schools and high schools has shown us that goal setting is one of the most deceptively difficult executive function processes to teach. However, a systematic approach to teaching goal setting can help students to approach their goals strategically and with an understanding of how their big picture goals can influence their day-to-day work. In life, goal setting, planning, and prioritizing are critically important executive function processes. The goal setting unit of SMARTS Online uses a systematic approach to help students create reasonable goals that take into account the necessary steps as well as the potential obstacles they may face. Students learn to evaluate their goals and to understand how goal setting strategies can help them to break down their assignments in order to succeed academically. Goal setting refers to a set of meaningful endpoints which help to guide our actions. Effective goals are based on the awareness of personal strengths and limitations, as well as a vision of the desired final result. In order to meet their goals, students need to carefully organize their approaches by considering the big picture and the smaller steps and details involved. What is goal setting? In order to help students set effective and reasonable goals that motivate them to engage with their schoolwork, we have to help them understand the big picture and envision the endpoint of a goal. Place value on day-to-day tasks or assignments that relate to their final goal. Develop an understanding of their learning strengths and weaknesses. Learn to set goals that are realistic, specific, and appropriately challenging. Students' academic goals are often vague, therefore they do not help to motivate students so they can succeed. Many students state that they want to be a better student or get good grades. A systematic approach to goal setting helps students to create clearly defined goals, identify the steps that they must take to achieve their goals, anticipate potential obstacles, brainstorm ways that they can overcome obstacles. When students develop academic goals, it's important to make sure that these goals are not overly ambitious. A student who typically gets D's in math should not expect to get A's on their next math test. They will be setting themselves up for disappointment, which will undermine their efforts. Create clearly defined goals. So when a student says that her goal is to be a better student, respond by asking, what does it mean to be a better student? Encourage her to be specific. What grades does she hope to obtain? What classes does she want to focus on? If she replies, I want to make the honor roll, or I want to get an A in history, ask her to compare these expectations to her past performance. If she's been getting mostly C's in history, then getting straight A's might be unreasonable. Suggest to her that getting B's would be an easier goal to achieve and would still represent a significant achievement. By asking questions and encouraging students to explore their goals instead of simply dismissing them as far-fetched or unreasonable, we are helping students to develop self-understanding, a key component of effective goal setting. Identify the steps that they must take to achieve their goals. Ask probing questions that help your students visualize these steps. Did you consider the steps that you have used previously? Which steps were helpful? Which steps need to be tweaked? Anticipate potential obstacles. When your students have brainstormed the steps that they must follow to achieve their goals, ask them questions such as, think about a past experience when you received a bad grade. Was this poor grade on a test, a project, or a piece of homework? What do you think made that assignment so difficult? Your students may think of a wide range of obstacles, including challenges at school, at home, or even in their social life. Possible obstacles might include, my house is too noisy, or I have sports practice every day. Brainstorm ways that they can overcome obstacles. If your house is too noisy, maybe you can do your homework at the library. If you have sports practice every day after school, let's look at your schedule and find times where you can get work done during school or before school. By using obstacles as a basis for creating solutions, you're helping your students to anticipate and overcome obstacles. It's important to teach goal setting using a systematic approach that guides students through the process of creating clearly defined goals that are realistic and anticipate obstacles. Quick tip: when teaching goal setting to younger students, focus on helping them to identify long-term goals, goals that will take more than 6 months to achieve, and short-term goals, goals that will take less than 6 months. Once they understand the difference, have them practice breaking down their long-term goals into short-term goals. Thanks for watching the overview video for Unit 2. Keep these concepts in mind as you teach the SMARTS goal setting lesson plans. Feel free to refer back to this video, and if you have any further questions, comments, or concerns, contact us at info@researchild.org.